It's Week 10 of the NFL, and we've got C.J. Stroud. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Texans and the Colts. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Barton. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 38-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Stroud.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. 2nd and 10, here's Stroud.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Julian Blackmon. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up second down. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Fights loose. And he will have the first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Richardson out of the shotgun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Colts at 5-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jamison Williams who's shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Richardson off the play fake. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
And he gets us one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Richardson looking to throw. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Taylor. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense, you can't score on them on defense. So to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stroud to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job embodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Barkley, and he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called, it's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Colts to take over. They fell last week to the Jets, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. This one hauled in by Sample. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Richardson. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Running straight ahead, Taylor. He'll get this to about the 38. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Now Richardson is going to keep it running right. A gain of 8 on the keeper, and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
That one good for 37 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
That complete to Downs. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. They'll run here with Taylor. Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Now Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kyle Pitts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Now Moody for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. With the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Max Crosby in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A shotgun snap to Stroud. He finds his man, complete. It's Barton. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Stroud. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And Stroud now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. On the move past the 40. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. The throwing again is Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ooh, the juke. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Texans will take over. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Stroud working out of the gun. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead. And they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going. So they've
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it, and the Texans scoop it. And first and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. Now he's got it. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley from 6 yards away. And the Texans take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. On the counter, it's Taylor. Down to about the 45. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Richardson. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On the option left, Richardson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Play action. Now Richardson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
At the Texans 31-yard line.
Off play action. Richardson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Pass. And now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Up the middle, here's Taylor. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Touchdown, Colts! Jonathan Taylor. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted. which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Houston set to take over. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, is swapping that onus back and forth.
That's complete to Dell. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Got his man, Dell. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. With it is Brown. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Dixon. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Oh, he shifts past him, and he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Texans.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Got a man, it's Collins complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Cross there defensively.
Here's Stroud. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Stroud. His throw incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Play action. Stroud now. He finds his man, complete. It's Barton. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Stroud out of the gun here. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. 3rd and 1, Stroud. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. C.J. Stroud. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And the Colts coming out now. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game here in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at early's opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll run again, and he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 8. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
I like a a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On 19-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner,